From the dawn of humankind, trade has been the lifeblood of civilization. It is the ceaseless exchange of goods, services and ideas that connects individuals and communities. This fundamental human activity has driven us to innovate. It has shaped our societies and propelled us forward on the long road of progress. As we advanced, so too did our methods of trade, evolving from simple barter systems to complex global networks facilitated by digital currencies. The story of trade is the story of human ingenuity and our constant desire to connect with one another. The earliest forms of trade were rudimentary, driven by necessity. Hunter-gatherer groups traded surplus food or tools with neighboring tribes. This allowed them to acquire goods they could not produce themselves. This system, known as barter, served as the foundation for early economies. However, it was a system fraught with limitations.
Barter relies on a double coincidence of wants. Both parties involved must have something the other desires. This makes transactions complex and inefficient.
Despite its limitations, the barter system persisted for millennia. It fostered cooperation and allowed early societies to specialize in certain skills or crafts. This specialization led to the development of unique goods and services. These, in turn, fueled the fires of trade, creating more complex economic networks in the process. However, the inherent inefficiencies of barter paved the way for the emergence of a revolutionary concept, currency. The inherent limitations of the barter system spurred humankind to seek a more practical solution. This led to the emergence of currency. One of the earliest examples comes from ancient Mesopotamia, around 3000 BC. Here, barley emerged as a common medium of exchange.
Barley possessed several key characteristics that made it suitable as a form of currency. Firstly, barley was durable and could be stored for long periods. This was crucial in a time when preservation methods were limited. Secondly, barley was divisible. It could be measured out in various quantities to match the value of different goods. This solved one of the major drawbacks of the barter system. Lastly, barley was a staple crop familiar to all, ensuring its acceptability across different communities.
The adoption of barley as a form of currency marked a significant step in the evolution of trade. It simplified transactions and fostered economic growth. No longer were people limited by the need to find a perfect match for their goods. They could now trade their products for a universally accepted medium of exchange. This facilitated more extensive trade networks and allowed for greater specialization of labor. Section 4, the rise of coins, a common language of value. Coins have played a pivotal role in shaping human civilization, serving as a common language of value that transcends borders and cultures.
While commodities like barley represented a significant advancement over barter, they had their drawbacks. Barter systems were limited by the need for a double coincidence of wants, meaning both parties had to have what the other desired. Grains were susceptible to rot and were bulky to transport. This made them less than ideal for long-distance trade or for storing wealth over extended periods. The need for a more durable and portable form of currency led to the invention of coins. Coins provided a solution to the limitations of barter and commodity money, offering a standardized medium of exchange.
The first coins appeared in Lydia, present-day Turkey, around the 7th century BC. This innovation marked a significant milestone in the history of money. These early coins were typically made of electrum, a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver. Electrum was valued for its durability and intrinsic worth. The Lydian coins were revolutionary. They introduced a new level of convenience and reliability to economic transactions. They bore standardized markings that indicated their weight and purity. This standardization was crucial in building trust among users.
These markings, often depicting images of rulers or gods, served as a guarantee of value, backed by the authority of the issuing state. This official endorsement was essential in establishing the coin's credibility. This standardization and official backing increased trust and facilitated trade. Merchants could now engage in transactions with greater confidence, knowing the value of the coins they were using. Merchants no longer had to assess the weight and quality of each piece of metal they received. This efficiency greatly enhanced the speed and volume of trade.
The use of coins spread rapidly across the Mediterranean world and beyond. This widespread adoption was driven by the practical advantages that coins offered over previous forms of money. The Roman Empire in particular played a crucial role in popularizing coinage. The Romans recognized the benefits of a standardized currency system for their expansive empire. The Romans minted vast quantities of standardized coins, bearing the images of emperors and symbols of Roman power. These coins were not just currency, but also a means of propaganda, reinforcing the authority of the emperor. These coins facilitated trade within the vast Roman Empire and beyond, acting as a unifying force in the ancient world. The widespread use of Roman coins helped integrate diverse regions into a cohesive economic system, laying the groundwork for modern monetary systems. Section 5, Connecting Worlds, Trade Routes and Empires. The rise of empires and the expansion of trade went hand in hand. As empires grew, so did their need for resources, luxury goods, and new markets. This symbiotic relationship between political power and economic exchange was a driving force in history. Powerful empires like the Romans, the Persians, and the Han dynasty in China developed extensive road systems and secured sea lanes. These infrastructures were not just for military purposes, but were crucial for the movement of goods and people. This facilitated long-distance trade and cultural exchange. Merchants, travelers, and scholars moved along these routes, bringing with them not only goods, but also ideas and innovations. One of the most famous trade routes of this era was the Silk Road. This network of trade routes was instrumental in connecting the East and West, fostering economic and cultural ties. It stretched over 4,000 miles, connecting the East and West. This vast network spanned deserts, mountains, and plains, linking diverse civilizations. The Silk Road, as its name suggests, was a conduit for silk, a highly prized commodity from China. Silk was not only a luxury item, but also a symbol of wealth and status. However, it was much more than just a route for luxury goods. The Silk Road was a bustling artery of commerce where a multitude of goods were exchanged. A diverse range of products flowed along its arteries. Textiles, spices, precious metals, and even animals traversed this network of interconnected routes. The variety of goods traded was staggering, reflecting the rich diversity of the regions connected by the Silk Road. Along with goods, the Silk Road facilitated the exchange of ideas, religions, and technologies. This exchange was a catalyst for cultural and intellectual growth. Buddhism, for instance, spread from India to China along the Silk Road. This religious transmission had a profound impact on the cultures and societies it touched. The Silk Road was not a single road, but rather a network of interconnected routes. These routes branched out in various directions, creating a web of trade and communication. It fostered economic and cultural exchange over vast distances. The interactions along these routes led to the blending of cultures and the sharing of knowledge. Its impact on the development of civilizations across Asia, Europe, and Africa cannot be overstated. The Silk Road was a conduit for the spread of innovations, art, and science. It stands as a testament to the power of trade in shaping the course of human history. The legacy of the Silk Road is a reminder of how interconnected our world has always been, and how trade has been a fundamental force in the development of human societies. Section 6, Guardians of Commerce, the Rise of Banking. Banking has been a cornerstone of economic development and societal progress for centuries. As trade flourished and expanded across geographical boundaries, so too did the need for more sophisticated financial systems. The movement of goods and services across vast distances required a reliable method to handle transactions and manage wealth. This led to the emergence of banking. The concept of banking evolved to meet the growing demands of commerce, providing a structured way to manage money, credit, and financial transactions. Early forms of banking can be traced back to Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt. These early civilizations recognized the need for a system to facilitate trade and manage wealth. Temples and wealthy individuals provided loans and acted as safe repositories for valuables. These institutions served as the precursors to modern banks, offering services that included the safekeeping of assets and the provision of credit.
However, it was during the medieval period in Europe that banking truly began to flourish. The growth of trade and commerce during this time created a fertile ground for the development of more complex financial systems. The Crusades, a series of religious wars fought between the 11th and 13th centuries, played a significant role in the development of banking in Europe. The need to fund these extensive military campaigns led to the creation of new financial instruments and practices. The need to transfer large sums of money to finance the Crusades led to the rise of powerful Italian banking families, such as the Medici. These families established banking houses that became the financial powerhouses of their time.
These banks developed sophisticated financial instruments, including bills of exchange. These instruments allowed for the transfer of money without the physical movement of coins, reducing the risk of theft and loss. These bills allowed merchants to conduct business across long distances without having to transport heavy and dangerous loads of coins. This innovation was crucial in enabling the expansion of trade networks.
The rise of banking was crucial in facilitating international trade and financing large-scale ventures. Banks provided the necessary capital for merchants to undertake long and risky voyages, thus promoting global commerce. Banks acted as intermediaries between lenders and borrowers. They played a pivotal role in the allocation of resources, ensuring that funds were available where they were most needed. They provided credit to merchants and entrepreneurs, fueling economic growth. By offering loans and credit facilities, banks enabled the establishment and expansion of businesses, driving innovation and development. They also developed systems for exchanging different currencies. This was essential in a world where trade was becoming increasingly international, and different regions used different forms of money. This further reduced the friction in international trade. By providing a reliable means of currency exchange, banks helped to smooth the flow of goods and services across borders, contributing to the growth of a global economy.
The digital revolution. Why are there not more people talking about the revolutionary impact of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? In the digital age, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have revolutionized the concept of money. Unlike traditional banking systems, cryptocurrencies operate on decentralized networks using blockchain technology. This ensures transparency, security, and eliminates the need for intermediaries. Bitcoin, introduced in 2009 by an unknown person or group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto, was the first decentralized cryptocurrency. It offered a new way to conduct transactions, free from the control of any central authority. This innovation laid the groundwork for a multitude of other cryptocurrencies, each with unique features and applications. Blockchain technology, the underlying framework of cryptocurrencies, records transactions across many computers so that the record cannot be altered retroactively. This decentralized ledger system ensures that transactions are secure, transparent, and immutable. The elimination of intermediaries not only reduces transaction costs, but also speeds up the process, making it easier to conduct business on a global scale. Cryptocurrencies have also introduced the concept of smart contracts, self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into code. These contracts automatically enforce and execute the agreed-upon terms, reducing the need for third-party enforcement and increasing the efficiency of transactions. As we move forward, the impact of cryptocurrencies on global trade and finance continues to grow. Major corporations and financial institutions are beginning to recognize the potential of digital currencies. Some are even incorporating blockchain technology into their operations to streamline processes and reduce costs. The rise of decentralized finance, or DeFi, is another significant development. DeFi platforms use blockchain technology to recreate traditional financial systems such as lending, borrowing, and trading without the need for intermediaries. This opens up financial services to a broader audience, including those who are unbanked or underbanked. While the future of cryptocurrencies is still uncertain, the promise of a decentralized, transparent, and efficient financial system is compelling. As technology advances and adoption increases, digital currencies might become the norm, transforming the way we conduct transactions and manage wealth. In conclusion, the evolution of money continues to reflect the changing needs and technologies of society. From the barter system to modern banking and now to cryptocurrencies, each innovation builds on the previous one, shaping the future of commerce and finance.